Yeah, I'm guessing I'm back. What's going on, Slot Car family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This is MP Wick. Well, actually, it's MP Slot Car. But as you can tell, I'm very excited. And thanks to the good people at Scalextric for sending me this car. This is one I was very much looking forward to when they announced it in 2024 last year. It's 2025 at the time of shooting this video. So Happy New Year, everyone. My first video of the new year. So when they announced this last year, I was very excited for two reasons. One, I'm a huge John Wick fan, as you can tell. Two, I love this Ford Mustang, and we're going to get into this right now. I don't want to waste any time. Let's take a look at this box art, because I think they hit it out of the park. This looks awesome with the John Wick branding back there and Mr. Wick standing in the corner there looking menacing as always. You have some nice splatter detail on the back, Scalextric branding, and the official license from Ford. Now I like that they did this. This is a nice touch. Not for sale. If you remember in John Wick 1, when they approached him to buy the car at the gas station, he said the car's not for sale.
How much?
Excuse me?
How much for the car?
She's not for sale.
So I like the fact that they added that. I think that's pretty cool. And you have a silhouette of the car there. Very nice box art. Happy with that. And all the legal stuff in the back, the functions. There is the code if you're interested in this car. Very nice box art. Great job. And now into the car itself, which again, I'm very excited for. I think they got the colors pretty spot on if you look at the actual movie car. And this car really reminds me of when I was growing up watching the movie Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage, that Ford Boss Mustang, Eleanor. So I love this car. It's a very, very nice Mustang, and let's take a quick look at it. You got the spoiler here, the front splitter, all the chrome accents, the badge, the four lights in the front. You got the stripes on the hood, that kind of hood scoop here. The pins, they're decals, but they did add the pins there, so I think that's a nice little touch. The paint looks flawless as far as I can tell. The rims, everything looks spot on. You have the rear spoiler, the rear lights, tailpipes, and all that. And the interior has some detail as well, and you have Mr. Wick in the driving seat. Kind of looks like him, you know, he's in all black, so you could tell it's supposed to be John Wick. Underneath, doesn't have, like some cars have, like the Ford or Mustang logo here. This one doesn't have it, which is fine. Hornby, made in Vietnam, Ford Mustang. It has the door here, so if you want to make it digital, it's ready to go. But the car itself, I'm very, very excited for. I think it looks great. There is a scuff on the roof here, and that's on me because when I was testing the car, I rolled it, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to try getting that out later, but the modeling on the car looks great. The paint looks spot on. And I mean, it's just a very, very cool car. This is one I'm going to put back in the box after we run it, just to have on display, because I love the box art. I'm really happy with the box art on this car. And the car itself, obviously, you know, not to steal. That's not going to steal the show. It's still about the car, and the car looks great. But let's put it into my Smart Race app, and we're going to run some laps and see how fast it is. It seemed pretty quick when I was just doing some fun laps with it. So I'm curious to see where it ends up on my leaderboard. So let's see what Mr. Wick can do. So how did this John Wick Ford Mustang Boss 429 do on my track? Well, I ended up in 60th position out of the 1/32nd scale cars. Now, that was kind of expected. I didn't expect it to trouble the top of the leaderboard. And in cars in this similar class, it was very comparable. We did a 7.3 after that run. Even though I had that first lap mishap, I kind of gathered myself and managed a 7.3. Now, I did run it again right after, and I managed a 7.0 already without doing anything to the car. So yes, there is more pace in the car. We still ended up in 60th after the 7.0, but it was a decent improvement. Now, this car could benefit, at least on my track and with my experience on this track with this car, the front end could use some weight, because it was hard to pick up on video, but it was doing this a little bit on the straights and unsettling it coming into the corners. So some weight in the front I think would really benefit this car, at least for me, in terms of bringing the time down. But it was a fun car to drive. It was a little bit squirrely in the corners, but easy to control at the same time. Like, you knew it was coming, you could control it. It was very fun to drive. I had a good time driving this. And as a collection piece, I mean, if you're a John Wick fan, I think this car is a must. Scalextric did an amazing job with the modeling on this car. I think it looks great. It's a fun runner. And yeah, and I can't say much more about the car itself. We already went through it. Looks great. Now, one thing I do want to mention that I forgot to mention before, there is no working headlights or tail lights on this car. I'm sure you could wire them in if you really wanted to, but from the box, there is no working headlights or tail lights, which is, again, not a big deal for me personally. So again, I keep saying so again. So this car, amazing. I'm happy with it. Runs great, looks great. Thank you, Scalextric, for sending me this. I am a huge fan, as you know, of the series. Even this, I didn't touch on this before, but it has the Boss 429 logo over there. Again, very nicely done. So be sure to check out Scalextric for their wide range of slot cars that they have available. This has been MP Slot Car. I'm Massimo. Thank you all for joining me. And until next time, remember, keep your guide in the slot. And I'll catch you all very soon. Take care. Ciao. Gotta watch out for the bad guys.